In this episode of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Ooh, he's super mad. His really pretty eyes, though. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Damn. Okay, it's obviously Russian, but we'll just move on. Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Let's get this thing going. Let's start examining stuff. Okay. Ooh, hello. Let's talk to this guy. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me? What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Ooh, he's super mad. His really pretty eyes, though. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it's not true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Yeah, I think I'm pretty funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. Whoops. He might have useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, you come here often, or did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Ooh, he's really angry. Yet, of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you. Oh, giving us the cold shoulder too. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. Okay. Oh, it's a check mark, so we've already talked to him. What's this? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Okay. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, she's so cute. Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? Damn. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Okay, that's the door. Okay, let's look at the door. I don't know. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. Oh, it looks like... Okay, well, it looks like the bolt was broken, but that's probably when they kicked it open, I guess. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the doors bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess. What if there's secret passageways? I don't know. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabinet and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. Oh, okay. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Oh, she's so pissed. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Okay, let's look at this. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Aww. He's totally not dead, there's no way. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on the ship. Okay, like, he convinced me, alright? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Okay. Tablecloth. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Huh. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama? No. What? How is that the logical conclusion? That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? Like a dog? Oh, I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? Did he? I don't know. No, that's right, so he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? Oh no. There's nothing worse than that. It's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Okay, let's look at this. Sword? Oh, it's his sword! That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Dude, there's no way. There's no way! He's like a main character. What? Okay, what's this? Is that like part of a bell? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. Yeah, and where's the other half? The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Huh. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Yeah, weird. Okay, let's look at this outline. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. Yeah, why would he write it in Russian? I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What? Then what language is it? Okay, keep up, Ryunosuke. It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. Okay, you too, keep up, let's go. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Okay, it's obviously Russian, but we'll just move on. It's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Ah, yes, I see. It says, "This way up" in Japanese. Which, in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. I don't think anything could surpass that amount of pain. Okay. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. Huh. Yeah, okay, there's totally something behind there. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. Yeah, we could... There's totally a... I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps... It was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage? I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Ooh, we're doing a close-up. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. Watch, it's gonna be... Oh. Well, that's very nice. Okay. Can we look? Okay, let's go this way. Look at the desk. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. Does she have a crush on him? London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete, which means... What? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hiya! That's out of the question. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Yeah, and don't tell me that you don't want to read it either. Come on. Alright, I won't read it. Damn, another Susato takedown. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Yeah, I agree. I'd do it even if he was alive. That's just me. Okay. Okay, let's look at the wardrobe. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. I wouldn't call it exciting, either. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in, so yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. Oh, so she's starting to believe us? No, sadly not. Okay. Should we look? Oh, what's this? This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? Oh, it's probably to alert people. I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Okay. Shall we give it a little try? Yes, in the interest of cultural research, obviously. Oh. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Oh, that's so sad. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Oh, why is that so sad? See, there's totally a vent. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yeah, see? Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. Oh yeah, that's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose, maybe that's it. Yeah, why would it? Oh my god. Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago, as far as I can tell. It looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? What? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here. But he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? Let's examine Herlock Sholmes. That's him, right? Yeah. Excuse me? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation. Okay. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh, God, hello. That was startling. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? Damn those glasses, though. Those bifocals. Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry, what do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh, yes, everything is clear now. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. What? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. No, not quite. And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. I mean, yes. Well, that's true at least. But how... Oh, that's a cool pipe. How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. Yep, that's me. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. Yep, right again, I guess. And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin, discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Okay. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Oh, whoa, dance moves. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. This is awkward. So, it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma-sama. What? And you're plotting a revolution, too. Are you serious? It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. Do you actually think? Oh, it's that third Susato takedown. 3 strikes and you're out. Now, explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. That sounds exactly like what a Russian revolutionary would say. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Oh, dance moves. But was I not right? Eh? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. There you have it. You see? What do you make of that? Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Yeah, idiot. Indeed. An observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude, and more often than not, I'm right. Okay. Very humble. I don't think you introduced yourself. My apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes? The very same. The inimitable, actual Sherlock Holmes. Okay, if you have to say actual, are you, like, not actually Sherlock Holmes? I don't trust anyone anymore. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. Like, duh. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Yeah, but like in the wrong direction. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Okay, let's talk. Great detective. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I'm none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock, was it? No. I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Holmes. Oh, is it pronounced Hairlock? Hairlock Holmes? You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Ronst magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. She's so cute. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England, especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective? Oh my god, he's not a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Okay. Your inference is backwards. Wait, so backwards? Isn't like the opposite of inference deduction, I guess? So I'm confused now. My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? Oh no, is it the Dr. John H. Wilson that we were that died in the last case? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Okay, so he's also like Indiana Jones. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. Okay. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can he look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Herlock Sholmes? Okay, we'll talk about Kazuma's death. There's no way he's dead though. I won't allow it. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, I see. In other words, you're the reason why I'm in these now because of him. Yep. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And then this guy just shows up. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. What a coincidence. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Ugh. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh really? Two facts, you say? What are the two facts? Oh, there's more stuff. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah, yes, but first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yeah, I understand. But what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Yeah, he wrote it in Russian. See, that's why it can't be Kazuma. Does he even know Russian? Oh, that is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered garderobe may be the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps. Garderobe. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Were you found, Mr. Naruhodo, sleeping soundly? Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? Yeah, everyone here is Russian now. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. I mean, yeah, I guess. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people. Not necessarily. She just believes it so easily. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Okay, nice. Yeah, Oh wait, this was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Oh. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. The photograph has been entered into the court record. Okay. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What, pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that? Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? What is that? I don't know how to pronounce that. Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian, and I don't speak Russian. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the video here. This is getting juicy. Like, who is this guy? But he's so handsome too. Alright, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye, guys.